Process for aging Snake's voice in Metal Gear 4. Well, what I did, I felt like because his voice is so, you know, identified with the raspiness, I thought the guy's got throat problems to begin with, and that's right, it's all that smoking, which none of you should do. So I felt like for Metal Gear 4 that his larynx should be deteriorating, that his whole body is falling apart, and so that my contribution to that is that the voice is falling apart, and much like my own. And what we did was, Chris Zimmerman and I said, okay, so from the beginning of the game, he's going to sound like Snake, like, you know, like he always sounds, and as the game progresses, that he's going to fall apart, and by the end, you know, he's barely able to get the words out. And but the problem was, we didn't record in order, in linear sequence. We jumped around, so I would have to rely on Chris to say, okay, you are 35% of the way through the game here, you are 85% of the way through the game here, and then we would have to figure out where that would place the voice, and that's how it came together. So I haven't played through to the end of the game yet, so I don't know how effective it is, but hopefully you feel a progression all the way through of his deteriorating nature. Well, thank you. I don't know if it's perfect, but it's nice of you to say.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, David. I'm unemployed Vince, and my question is, after 10 years of doing Solid Snake's voice, have you ever actually gone to a doctor to check out your vocal cords?
Have I ever gone to a doctor to check out my vocal cords? I haven't. You know, I did a lot of stage training when I was a teenager, singing training and voice training, and I kind of, the first game, you'll probably hear me straining a lot more, you know, trying to push that voice through. But I got to a place where I learned how to just drop it down to where my vocal cords will start to rumble on their own. And I can pretty much do this all day, you know. I'm not going to. But I got to a point where I could do it without damaging my voice, so I think it's okay. I don't know, you know, I could develop notes after a while, but it hasn't happened yet, so we'll see.
And I also have one request. Will you be my dad?
I'll be your dad. Now, I tell you what, just you. And what's your name?
Unemployed Vince.
Okay, get a job. Clean your room.
Hey David, my name is James.
Hey James.
My question was, besides anything Metal Gear Solid or anything that you're in, are there any animes or video games that you personally like to play or enjoy by yourself?
Yeah, well, yeah, I you know, I don't have as much time as I used to, but I still play a fair amount of video games. I have to say, well, some of my favorites, I love Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth 2 is one of my favorites. I love the Ace Combat games. They're amazing. And every few years, they'll come out with another version of a game. You probably haven't heard of it. It's called Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, and every time one of those games comes out, my wife kisses me goodbye for 3 months, and I lock myself away and just play Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, those are some of my favorites. And then as for anime, I mean, I like the classics. I like Akira, and it's amazing. And the Miyazaki films, I think, are beautiful. I got a lot of favorites. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I'm with this guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Would you be concerned to be able to have a quick interview with the Snake Daily?
Do a what? An interview with the who? Sure. Okay. Sorry, guys. Do you mind leaving the room for 5 minutes?
No, later.
Oh, later. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to whoever wants to talk to me. If you want to do an interview, just find me at the autograph signing or something and set it up. Hey,
Sorry, I lost my voice.
you and me both.
My name's Nino. I really, it's an honor right now to actually really get to talk to you for a little bit. Even to actually remember you actually had another role way back in the days during the days of Gundam, Bernie.
Bernie, yeah, from Gundam. I don't know if some of these things I did under a pseudonym, Sean Barker. I was Sean Barker fans out there. I did a Gundam mini-series where I played this pilot Bernie, who was sort of an ill-fated guy. I really loved it. Yeah. So I'm sorry, what was your question?
Now, this is going to be, I wonder first if this is cool with you, if you can actually say this in Snake's voice. Can you actually say, in Snake's voice, check out Random Ninjas at randomninjas.com?
I think I shouldn't really do. I did the shout out for the other guy, but I shouldn't really do too many promos or whatever. All right, check out Random Ninjas at randomninjas.com. But that's the last one. I'm not your trained monkey. You owe me $100,000. Okay, we're about. Yes, sir.
Sean Baker, you're the Duke, A number 1.
The Duke of New York.
That's great.
Thanks, man.
No, would you ever want to get back into voice acting for animation, like anime or just regular cartoons?
Yeah, would I get back into voice acting for anime? Actually, I just shot a short film on this very cool spaceship set that is on the same studio, in the same studio where I recorded all my anime. And I went back and talked to my old directors and all those people, and they asked me if I would do another movie with them if they had a cool character, and of course I would. I don't have as much time as I used to, so it's tough. Like I couldn't do another Fushigi Yugi or another 52 episode series. Thank you. Yes, I'm a big fan of Fushigi Yugi too, so that's another reason why I'm here. So I would certainly do it if asked, and if it was something cool and able to fit within my schedule. So if it comes up. Yes, sir.
My name is Johnny Montano, and you're a really great guy. I really inspire you a lot. I love your games. And I was wondering, what is your favorite boss fight in the Metal Gear Solid series?
The favorite boss fight in the Metal Gear Solid series? That's a good question. I like the one with the pain. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked... Which one?
Psycho Mantis!
Oh, Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis was great, but that was tricky. Change the controller port. Come on. It was pretty good. Actually, I'm just kidding. I like that one too because I had recorded the dialogue, so I knew that I had to change the controller port from the beginning. So I have to say, Psycho Mantis was a little disturbed to see me come.
And also, too, can I be your brother?
No. All right. Sure.
Yeah.
There'll be a sign up over there somewhere.
I'm Tim.
Hello, Tim.
I don't know if you remember, we had an interview back in April. So,
Of course.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. You said, back in the interview, you said your favorite game was MGS3. Playing MGS4 now, is there going to change?
Oh, well, yeah, I've said many times that MGS3 was my favorite of the Metal Gears. I thought it was just astounding. I'm only through the Middle East portion of Metal Gear 4, and it's so amazing that I think it may surpass Metal Gear 3. But I don't know. I haven't got there yet, so I have to get to the end to see. But Metal Gear 4 just knocked me out. The visuals are amazing, and it's just so epic. So yeah, check with me in another month or so, and I'll tell you where I'm at.
And one request, if you can again say, well, you can suck on a monkey's nipple.